So we've all had this problem. You've got a TV mounted perfectly on the wall, but the computer or the source is like 50 feet away in a server closet.
Yep. And a standard HDMI cable for that distance is not only a fortune.
It's as thick as a garden hose, and half the time the signal just, drops out.
It's a huge pain to install.
Mhm.
And that is exactly the problem this little box we're looking at today is meant to solve. It's the NTI ST-IPHD-LCEU.
Wow, that's a mouthful.
It is. But the idea is simple. Send your AG video over the cheap Ethernet cables that are probably already in your walls.
Okay, so it's a range extender, but we're not talking about, like, an extra 10 feet. This thing claims it can push 1080p signal up to 330 feet.
100 meters, yeah. Over a single CT5E or KNT6 cable.
That seems like some kind of magic. How does that even work?
Well, it's not just extending the signal electrically, it's actually converting it. It takes the video, packetizes it, and sends it out over a standard gigabit IP network.
So you can go point to point, one box to another?
Or you can do point-to-many through a network switch. One source, multiple screens.
Okay, hold on. It sounds a little too good to be true. You're telling me you can chop up a high-def video signal and send it through a network switch like it's just an email.
Uh-huh.
Surely the picture quality takes a hit. There has to be a catch.
You are right to be skeptical. And the catch is compression. Specifically, it uses MJPEG technology.
MJPEG. So it's like a video made of a bunch of photos.
That's a great way to think about it. It's like a super fast flipbook of JPEG images. It compresses every single frame individually.
And what does that do to the image?
Well, it creates a fixed bandwidth, about 80 mDps, but because it's recompressing every frame, you lose sharpness. The research we found specifically says that on a PC, text and characters look noticeably fuzzy.
Ah, okay. So if I'm trying to show a big Excel spreadsheet on that screen.
It would be terrible, just awful for spreadsheets. But for digital signage, for ads, for, moving video, your eye doesn't really catch that fuzziness.
And what about lag? Is there a delay? If I move my mouse, does it show up a second later?
There is a delay, yeah. The spec sheet says it's about 33 milliseconds at 30 frames per second.
So not noticeable for watching a movie.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But if you were trying to play a competitive video game on it, you would definitely feel it.
Got it. So great for a lobby display, terrible for a gaming tournament. Now what about the network part? The plumbing. Can I just plug this into our main office switch?
You could, but you might crash it.
Oh.
If you're just connecting one transmitter to one receiver, fine, plug and play.
Huh.
But if you want to send video from one source to, say, 10 screens through a switch, you absolutely need a managed switch.
And why? What's the difference?
It's all about how the data flows. An unmanaged switch just shouts the video data to every single port. It floods the entire network.
Which would slow everything else down.
To a crawl. You need a switch that supports something called IGMP snooping.
IGMP snooping, that sounds a little nefarious.
It does, but it's really just traffic control.
Yeah.
And make sure the video data only goes to the ports that actually requested it. It keeps the video in its own lane.
Okay, that makes sense. Now, the documentation was very clear on this. Local and remote units must be on the same LAN.
Correct. No WAN connections. You can't beam this video to your branch office across the internet.
But you can sort of cheat the distance inside one building, right?
You can. You can cascade the managed switches. If you daisy chain them, maybe up to 3 levels, you can actually get the signal out to about 1,000 feet.
That's huge for a convention center or something like that.
For sure. You're basically using the switches as repeaters.
So when you look at the big picture, it really feels like the line between the AV guy and the IT guy is just blurring into nothing.
That's the main takeaway. We're moving away from these really expensive specialized video cables, and we're just treating video as another type of data on the network.
It's so much more flexible and cheaper.
Way cheaper. But, as we said, it's lossy data. You save money on the cable.
But you pay for it with fuzzy text.
That's the trade-off. And it really makes you ask the question, does the person watching that airport departure screen or the menu at the coffee shop actually care if the pixels are perfect?
Probably not. They just want to know if their flight is on time. Is good enough video okay if it saves you $1,000 in cabling? Something to think about. Thanks for listening to this deep dive.